Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hola, my name is papi-Yugi, and y'all, we're tapping into Pisces season. Deep breath. Exhale slowly. Just grounding this energy down. Yes, where my Pisces at? We already know it's lit. I'm so excited. I was also reading an article yesterday on Substack. I want to say it's the Venetian Chronicles, if I'm not mistaken, on Substack. Really great. They always have some beautiful astrological insights. You have to go check them out if you're on Substack. But I was reading about just basically what this Pisces season is bringing. Mercury is in Pisces. I believe it shifted after Valentine's Day. We have had Saturn in Pisces for a minute now, and I think it's going to be in there for a cool minute longer. And then we also have the North Node in Pisces with the South Node in Virgo. And there's just a lot of like Piscean energy going on. And then I think Venus will be in Pisces soon, if I'm not mistaken. There was a lot to digest and take in from that. And again, we're not here for an astrology reading, we're here for a tarot reading, but I just want to let y'all know that the Pisces energy is strong and heavily prevalent in just everyday life. So yeah, but I'm feeling it, I'm working through it, I'm moving through it, and I'm claiming this energy and I'm turning it into gold, and I pray y'all are doing the same. And if no one's told you today, I love you, you're beautiful, you're magical, you're divine. Thank you for existing, thank you for breathing, I love you. So we are gonna get into today's reading. We're gonna basically see what to expect this Pisces season collectively. What are we all experiencing? What are we all going through? What shifts are gonna be taking place? Where should we all be focusing our energy right now? You know, just all that good stuff. So let's get into this. And as always, what made you smile today? Go ahead and let me know in the comments because I would love to know what made you smile. And I think you got a beautiful smile. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for existing. You're beautiful. All right, so we already got a couple cards. I'm feeling a couple more. So there's a path of unfolding. So overall, we're gonna be, for this Pisces season collectively, we're reaching I want to say unanimous, but I don't feel like that's the right word. A simultaneous goal, a collective goal. We're all coming together collectively to achieve something, and I'll reveal that in a second. And it's gonna be a journey. It's gonna feel a journey of kind of like busting a U-turn. You're gonna be going forward, and then you're gonna realize you actually have to kind of backtrack a bit, but don't be upset with that backtracking, because that backtracking is actually leading you to the destination you were meant to go to originally, or leading you to what is actually meant for you to begin with. And you shouldn't be so harsh on yourself or so hard on yourself. So let's see where this is beginning. Actually, the journey actually begins with stripping illusion in the reverse, and the stripping of the illusion really comes from stepping out of your own mind and way to really express your creativity. Because for some of you, you feel, for not even some, just collectively, a lot of people are feeling like their creativity either they're stuck or blocked, or you know, something is influencing it and allowing them to be fully creative or in their flow of creativity. What is really being revealed right now at the start of this journey, before we really hit this turning point, are you're catching the spirals. You're awakening. Again, Pisces, dreamy, intuitive, mystic, fantasy, magic, spirituality, occults. Like, we're all about it. We're all about it. Definitely empathic, definitely intuitive, definitely psychic. So this Pisces season, tap into your psychic abilities, tap into your natural gifts, start practicing with them, start owning them, again, this is the perfect time. Any water season is perfect time, but Pisces specifically, it's closing up the zodiac year. So yes, this is the time to really just tie up those loose ends. And one better way to do that than with magic. Hey, you know? But we got stripping illusion. And so these spirals, these cycles, these conflicts, things that you just keep seeing yourself getting back into and coming back around again, and XYZ and da-di-da-di-da, it is stopping your flow. It is hindering your flow. But you're also not seeing where you're feeding into that, or you're also a cause of that. So really tap into your magic right now, really tap into your intuition right now, to have the foresight and the clarity to really just see through the illusion. See through the illusion right now. That's what I was reading too with this Mercury and Pisces. Like right now is not time for logical thinking. Right now is not time for being so structured and rigid in the way we think and move and speak and express. Like, no, it's not the time for that. I was also reading how that's also influenced with Jupiter in Gemini right now, if I'm not mistaken, because they're just really, that's just like a really conflicting energy. And then those are both basically like the home sign for those planets are switched, because Mercury rules Gemini and Jupiter traditionally rules Pisces. And so there's just a lot of conflict with communication and expression right now. Anyways, we're gonna digress. So moving from that, this is where it's starting. It may have already started, or maybe this Pisces season is really like, I don't know. I'm really kind of feeling a heavy energy today, y'all. If I'm being completely honest with you, and if I could be completely vulnerable, I'm really just feeling the vibes. And it's heavy. It's heavy right now. It feels tired. That was something I was reading today too on Substack, is like, we really should be resting right now. Like this Pisces season is really a call to rest, because I want to say when Aries season comes through, we're gonna go crazy. Astrologically, literally, like systemically, like everything's just gonna go. So it's really like resting up right now, because we're also at the end of, we're approaching the end of winter. Like we're doing it, you know. There's only what, 10 more days in the month of February as well. My solar return's coming soon, so you already know. And so the stripping illusion, you know, let's get a clarity card on that. There's cycles. What are the specific cycles? What is a specific cycle? What is a common cycle? Collectively, we're all experiencing, spirit, because I'm really feeling this collective energy. Ooh. So what is the common theme right now for these cycles and these spirals? We got the Knight of Chalices. Interesting. We got the Knight of Chalices. Yes, we do. And the cycles have to do with your family, your mother specifically, and your wealth. So these are cycles that you may be finding yourself in, caught in, and just not in that natural state of flow in, because there's, what I'm feeling from this is there's an unhealthy attachment to your family, your mother specifically, but your overall family, and to wealth. And so these cycles that are being revealed right now, that's what's being revealed, because there is an unhealthy attachment that does not allow you to move forward, because Knights are all about movement. Again, they go into battle, they charge, they fight, they get the thing doing, you know, they get to working. And the Knight of Chalices, which is the cups, which is the water energy. Again, we're in this Pisces season. Hello, water energy, slay. They really can't move forward if they're not emotionally regulated. Because if it was upright, then that means we'd be moving forward right now with so much compassion and kindness and healthy attachments and healthy relations. But since it's in the reverse, there is unhealthy attachment to those three themes: the family, mother specifically, and your wealth. So really focus in on that. Do some journaling. Write down what the situation is, and then how you're gonna overcome that, or how you are overcoming it, or write about how yourself in the future who already did overcome it, and then like manifest that, start scripting that. There's many ways to do this, but that's something you should focus on as far as setting intentions for the Pisces season. Also, y'all should really be setting intentions for every like shift of season, and that's why it's important to work with the seasons and with like, not that, yeah, you can work with a calendar year too. I work with everything, so it's like I'm always setting new intentions for like every new season because there's always something going on. You know, we just had the Lunar New Year like a few weeks ago. Set my intentions for that. You know, it landed on the same day as Aquarius season, so my intentions for that, which were like two separate things, but it was like all in the same. And now we're approaching Pisces season. It's setting your intentions. And this is why I'm doing these readings, so you guys can have more of a focus of where these attentions should be focused, or your energy should be focused on what you really should be doing. Definitely rest if you need to. So now that we're aware of these unhealthy attachments to the family, the mother, and wealth, it's time to integrate. Becoming aware that it's integrating it. It's integrating it through and through and through and through. And it's integrating it really at your core level, at your power level, in your solar plexus, in your sacral. Because I'm seeing the snake on here. We're giving stepping to wood snake. Right now, everyone is really ascending into their power. Whether you are aware of it or not, whether you're conscious of it, whether you just are like spiritual or like not spiritual at all, everyone is coming to this same awakening and rising. When you are spiritual though, the only thing is that you're not aware of it. You're aware and you're able to realize like, hey, like my coworker, my friend, my cousin, like all these other people in my life are kind of experiencing the same things and the same, you know, situations in life. They just have different characters and different locations and like different things, but like generally we're all experiencing the same thing. And when you're tapped in, tuned in, spiritual, you're like doing the whole thing, you're just aware of it now. You're just like, oh, okay, I see the patterns. I see how this is all connected. I see how we are all connected. And that's what you're really integrating right now, is understanding this connectedness and overcoming feelings that you're not alone, that you've never been alone. You have so much support surrounding you, spiritually and physically. And it's the master number 33. There's great teachings right now that the universe is teaching you. And are you a good student? That's really what it's asking. How good of a student are you? And I'm also feeling a block in the heart. A lot of these teachings are either to remove the blocks in your heart or to show you where there are blocks in your heart. To really just open you up and open these doors. I send you in directions and along your path that you're meant to go along. But again, collectively, this is the path we're going to. And after this integration, then we hit that turning point. Spirit, what's this turning point that... Oh, we got the King of Chalices. So we got more water energy. So we got the King of Chalices, but I'm feeling two. And we got the Empress. Ooh. A lot of water, feminine energy, for sure, for sure. So this turning point really is one of the heart. It's when you truly rise in your heart, in your love, in your self-love, and your self-worth, in your pleasure, in your sensuality, in your joy. And what I'm feeling from this is learning. I'm feeling the ego, but it's not giving like... Again, we're never trying to kill the ego. We're never trying to get rid of the ego. What I'm feeling from this is like genuinely loving the ego and loving all parts of yourself. Like truly loving all parts of yourself. The good and the bad. But to understand that those not so loving, fun parts of ourselves are not what's leading the way. Are not those parts of ourselves that are holding the torch or holding the light. Because what's really leading the way is your compassion, is your gratitude, is your love. Forgiveness is what I'm feeling is a big one from this. Because the King of Chalices doesn't want to stay attached anymore. That's what I'm feeling with the Knight of Chalices. What I'm seeing now is with the Knight of Chalices, it's bringing the message through integration to the King, letting the King know, like, hey, there's some unhealthy attachments that need to be dealt with. And that's the turning point in this. And with the Empress, it's really just weighing in heavy on the matriarch energy, that mother energy. And really just, it's giving a lot of Venetian energy, Venus energy. Venus is in Aries right now. It'll be going retrograde, I want to say like next week, if I'm not mistaken, maybe like 2 weeks. And then some point during the retrograde, it'll be in Pisces. And then I think it'll go back to Aries. There's a lot going on. But Venus in Aries right now is definitely all about being so, I don't want to say forceful. I feel like that's not a kind word. Just being very, I guess, aggressive with your love, but like not like being aggressive with like lovers or people, but like being aggressive with like things you love, your passions, your art, your creativity, your expression. You know, if you do have a partner, it's like being a little bit just more like, yo, I love you, like really just like showing up in love in a very authoritative way, really. But the Empress wants to remind you to stay grounded, because this turning point is gonna be a revelation, a true revelation. And you're gonna see yourself walking into a new path. Because again, it's a turning point. So it's gonna feel like you're coming back, but this like comeback, this turnaround, you're gonna be walking with more wisdom and more intuition. And you're gonna be more aware. And again, we're in Pisces season, so your intuition's gonna be on it. Like your intuition's gonna be so like on point during this Pisces season. Really, you're gonna learn to walk with that. And so when you're basically walking through that valley of the shadows once again, you're just a lot more aware. You're so much more aware and so much more observant, and you're just so much just, wow, you're not seeing, you're seeing. And not even that, you know. You're knowing, you're seeing, you're feeling everything. And that's how you're walking now. But this turnaround is definitely gonna like take it to that next level with the Empress. But stay grounded in your pleasure and your joy, to remind yourself when it does get tough why you even started that journey to begin with. Ultimately, this is taking you into abundance, y'all. Like, Pisces season sounds rich. Yes, it feels rich. And it's really trusting your intuition and going with the flow of life on what's being built right now for you, because there's great structure being built right now for you. I'm also hearing community. Like, a lot of your abundance is within the community. And so right now it's trusting your intuition on how to really flow with just building that structure, building this name for yourself, building your platform, building your entity, like just who you are, how you present yourself, how you're showing up. There's just so much building for you in this right now. Because once you hit this turning point and you're walking as the King of Chalices and you're walking as the Empress, you're walking in this intuition and this empathy, and also you're just really detached, you're truly gonna bring in an abundance of everything: money, community, friends, love, resources, travel, like everything is gonna just flow to you because you've detached and you've understood that, hey, I don't need this, but I appreciate it. And Spirit's now like, here you go. There you go. You happy now? Like, we've been happy. I'm just more happy than it's like cherry on top of the happiness, because it's like, yes, now we live in life divinely. And so finally, oh, it's beautiful. There's a lot of abundance coming, y'all. A lot of abundance. And it's really time to just cast out those that you just know aren't part of your community. To cast out those that you just know don't resonate. Cast out those that you know just don't align. And you'll be able to, again, the way you're walking with this intuition, this heightened sense of awareness, you're gonna be so, I ain't dealing with it. I ain't dealing with it. And we don't need it. Because we really don't. Another message for this abundance, we got two. We got the Knight of Swords with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And with the Knight of Swords, what's really gonna, when this turning point happens, your best objective, the best thing to do is to really get organized and to really strategize for that abundance, because that is what is going to really, one, bring in harmony and union, because the strategizing, the organizing, the planning, all of that, that's very masculine energy. And then once you start to see it happening, now you're just in a flow with it and you're receiving it in the feminine energy. But once you begin moving in this Empress energy and you really start moving forward, the Knight of Swords, taking that time to be diligent and to really move forward with a real plan, with real strategy, and not just kind of moving forward. And again, I want to say this is coming up because as a Pisces and knowing Pisces energy, it's so easy to just be kind of like in a daydream, in a fantasy, like, okay, it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen, we're just going with the flow. Like Pisces, sometimes honestly, we could really just be so much in the flow that we don't know even what we're doing, but we just trust and we know. And usually I want to say though, like 98% of the time it works out, because that's how it is. However, if you really want to maximize, I guess capitalize, if you will, on this abundance, it won't hurt to just be a little bit organized and strategic and really just cross the T's and dot the I's and do all these things, because that's what's gonna, you'll be able to attract more and receive it better and just everything better. So just keep that in mind. And what's gonna bridge this abundance to the next step is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Because being in this new abundance, one is bringing up new beginnings of career, of growth, of community, of adventure. That's what I'm feeling a lot. There's gonna be a lot of travel once this abundance hits, because you're gonna finally be able to just take that trip you wanted. You're able to, just go on like a weekend getaway because you feel like it. Like, they're gonna be that rich. You're gonna be that abundant. There are gonna be 3 trials though, 3 tests that are just gonna see like how you stand with your abundance and where you are with your abundance, and how reciprocous you are with it as well. And that first one leads right into burden. Don't be a burden to yourself. Because you've always felt like you're contained. And for some reason, you may feel like you need to be contained. When you step into this new frequency, this new energy, this new receptivity. be honest with yourself, because what I'm feeling from this is that you may be doing so well and so abundant that it does begin to feel like a burden. Because although this is definitely something new for a lot of us, it's just coming back down to earth and coming back down to staying humble and remembering our life before this and how we were. But I'm feeling from this is that there's gonna be a test of really just not being a burden to yourself. What I'm feeling from this is like a bit of insecurity. And maybe some doubt as to like, damn, do I even deserve all this wealth? Do I even deserve to have all this abundance? To have all of this community, to have all of these resources, to have everything I've ever wanted and more? You do deserve it, first of all. Let me just put that out there. But there will be a point where you just may be tested a bit, or it may just come around and you're just right there kind of, you know, taking everything in and trying to be present, and you're just, you know, may overthink a bit and just like, wow, like, is this me? Like, is this who I am? Is this the life I'm living? As long as you don't begin to spiral, because again, we left those spirals in the past, you're gonna be good, because you've already set a good baseline and foundation for who you are, and you know who you are. You're just who you are. You're still who you are, just with more abundance, pretty much. Because that next trial is gonna be about letting go. Really letting go, because there's something connecting these two cards here. Hold on. And it's the Five of Chalices. Interesting. That's what it is, those burdensome emotions, those insecure emotions about just whether if you're worthy or not, deserving or not, they will try to stay present in the mind. But the next test will be when it comes to really finally letting that go and not letting those energies and emotions really dismantle the structure you created. Because you built so much, you created so much, you worked so hard just to let self-doubt or limitations or insecurity just bring it all back down. Because you're the only one who's gonna really psych yourself out of that. That reminds me of one of the philosophies we were reading the other day. I can't remember exactly how it went, but basically it was, I think it was the hero or Nero, how Nero is basically just like psychotic and insane. I think he was like bipolar, like but you know, killed his wife, killed his mother, tried to kill, was it Seneca? I think he tried to kill Seneca. No, it was Epictetus. It was one of the two. Point is, he just went crazy because he was so paranoid. Because he couldn't let things go. And yeah, it was just, that was just this connection I had. And I can't really like fully remember it. Yeah, I'm being so real. This energy today is really heavy on me, but I'm doing my best to get through this reading. So bear with me, if you will. So I also encourage you to take this reading however it is you see fit. Because ultimately, once we let go, we're going to be in this masculine energy of projection. Projecting our visions to the world. Our inner knowing, our understanding. Because through the feminine energy that you've embodied and encompassed and just worked with and allowed to rise, you've obtained and you gained such a strong, profound inner wisdom that's super powerful and super potent, and you're just getting download after download after download. And once you get this, having being in the state of abundance now and having just basically everything that you need, you're now going to be in a state of, hey, like, I have this platform now, I have these things now, I have this, like, I can start just doing what I want, how I need, where I need to go. That's what it is. It's strong. It's very strong. Trust your intuition on when is the right time and place to really just put out and put forth your ideas, because you're gonna be in such an abundance that you got people who want to listen, are willing to listen. So it's just time to take a bit of advantage of that. That's what I'm feeling from this. And then we got the Knight of Wands. So many knights. Y'all, there's literally so much movement here. So much movement. Because that's 3 knights now we got. We got 3 chalices. We got 2 wands. And we got the Empress, which is the major arcana. The only thing we're missing right now is the Pentacles. But this Knight of Wands in the reverse, ooh, it's asking you, before you do start projecting your ideas, really, 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 really give yourself honest reflection. Really reflect on the words you're going to say. Really reflect on the actions you're going to do. Really make sure that everything you do when you are in those spaces is from an intentional and heart-centered space. Very more intentional than I feel, because you're going to be in a state of new power. With great power comes great responsibility. You have a lot of integrity and responsibility to uphold, really, from all of this. And stepping forward, it's so vital that you don't just be impulsive with that masculine force of like, let me just say and do and da da da. No, really reflect and make sure it's all in alignment. It's all according to divine timing, and you're moving with pure intention. That means like pure intention, like your intentions are pure, but also just moving strictly with intention. Like every move you make is intentional. You're not doing, like, even if you sneeze, it's on purpose, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm feeling. Like everything needs to be done with such, I guess, rigid intention. But again, we're in this Pisces season, so we're learning how to be more in a flow. But with Saturn and Pisces, we're also finding more of that balance with discipline in the spiritual. And ultimately, where this is all going, I love it. Joy. And it's in the reverse, so I want to say inner joy. But joy is really what's going to bridge together your inner joy, really, and your just authentic expression of who you are. Pretty much it. Like, who you are. You need to start speaking about who you are and start putting it out there. Like, this is me and this is who I am. Insert name here, insert pronouns here. Like, and this is, I'm full of joy and I'm full of happiness. Because what I'm feeling from this is that you say it to yourself a lot. And through that, well, for a lot of you, you're no stranger to affirmation, to words of affirmation, to uplift and to shift and to do all these things. But it's time to really start speaking out more of these affirmations or these words of power to just the collective. Because it's so genuine and it's so authentic and it's just so you. And some people, a lot of people could really benefit from that. Because they're going to see the joy that is just coming out for you and how it just transforms your life and everything around you. As well as it's going to inspire them to want to shift. Also, joy is what's going to really help you through those cycles that we talked about in the beginning. The integration, the trials, especially the first one with that burden energy of feeling insecure. Bring it back to joy and bring it back to who you truly are and how you express yourself and why you even just showed up, woke up, got dressed, did your thing for the day. Because you're powerful. And you're worth it, and you're deserving of it. And I believe in you. And I love you. Thank you for existing. Let's do a closing card. Just because I'm feeling like laying down. This Pisces energy just really got me wanting to rest. Like, I'm really feeling that today. Okay, we're going to save that one. So for this first closing, we got the Chariot in the reverse, which I love, according, because again, if we're talking about this movement and this turning point and just the way we're moving forward, I feel like this is really aligning with the Virgo energy. But I think the Chariot's trying to say This is like long-term movement, like where this is projecting you. I feel like this is giving foresight to the Virgo blood moon solar eclipse that's happening in March, and that's in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like it's in a few weeks. But that's gonna be the start of the eclipse portal, and it's gonna be in Virgo because I'm feeling this Virgo energy from it. I think the Chariot's here to remind you that, like, really is gonna get rolling. The ball is gonna get rolling. Like, things aren't really gonna get moving until this solar eclipse in Virgo, which I want to say is the 13th of March. But just know that all this movement that's happening right now, it's getting ready for this movement. It's getting ready for this movement. And so this Pisces season, y'all just really be ready, because that eclipse portal, I was just there. I didn't even know there was an eclipse until last night, if I'm being honest. And I was just doing all my research because I was like, okay, I need to know what's going on, what the energies are, you got the da-di-da. Y'all, this eclipse portal coming up is gonna be wild. And if y'all remember the last eclipse portal, which was like equinox time in the fall, all I gotta say is that for me personally, that shifted a lot. A lot. But we got the Four of Swords, and like I said, rest. That's just an overall thing, is really learning to rest right now. And to get cozy, to get comfortable. To be comfortable with the concept of rest. Like, really just be comfortable with that. Be like, I need a rest right now. Oh, but I got this project and I got work and I got this, dude, but rest. And be comfortable with that. And be okay with that. And be so like, yeah, I'm a rest. I'm okay with resting. Resting's fine. Like, this feels good. I'm just rest. And be okay with that. Don't doubt it. Don't neglect it. Just really rest and really just be, and be comfortable with that. Don't let it influence you or disturb you. And then we got changes. These changes are really, really, really in the mind. Ultimately, this Pisces season, you're seeing so many shifts and changes that your perspective on everything it's not going to be the same at the end of this Pisces season. By the end of this Pisces season, everything is going to be a bit of a whirlwind, but only because you entered a new dimension. And the portal that you're exiting out of when you just step into like that new reality, it's gonna take, the adjustment's gonna be interesting. I want to say that. I was gonna say it's gonna take some time, but no, you're gonna adjust pretty quickly. It's just that it's gonna be an interesting adjustment, because the amount of changes are profound. Like, seriously, they're profound. And these changes, this Pisces season is really like closing up everything that just needs to be closed up, that needs to just be tied up loose ends. And again, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac calendar. This is the time to really just be like, okay, because the new year begins on the spring equinox. The new year begins in Aries season. So technically we are at the end of the year. This is the time to be like, all right, what have I just been slacking on so I could just start the year fresh? So a lot of changes, ultimately leading us to that chariot movement at the full moon in Virgo, which is a total solar eclipse, and it's the blood moon. And overall, it's just being comfortable with when you need a rest, because there is a lot of movement during this Pisces season. But I want to say this is more of a flow. Like, you're really in a flow movement of it. Again, with some strategy, with some fire. But if you're feeling cold, to rest, because that's what Pisces ultimately wants you to do. So don't stress yourself out, because we're not in Aries season yet. You could save all the action for Aries season. Let's just say that. Pero I want to say that's it. Yeah. Well, if you made it through this reading and bared with me, I love you. Thank you. And you're beautiful. Seriously, I'm so grateful you exist. And I'm proud of you, and you got it this Pisces season. I'm so feeling it. And if this resonated for you, and if you enjoyed the reading, could go ahead and leave a beautiful, loving gratitude donation right here. If not, just throw what made you smile in the comments, because that's more than enough for me. Go ahead and stay connected. Follow me on Instagram right here. And yeah, I will catch y'all for the next reading. If you like a personal reading, you could use the link in the description to go ahead and book one. And if not, yeah, just stay in touch, stay tuned, and I'll catch y'all soon. Love you.